Wow, look at you. How are you, dog? Cool. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a very pretty dress.
The back is good.
The back is great.
That's cuter than the front.
Yeah. You could actually wear that either way around, couldn't you? That's very cool.
Yeah.
How are you? And it's your birthday, right?
My birthday is actually Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they've been putting me in the magazines, they've been mentioning me, and they've been adding on the extra year already, even though my birthday's not till Wednesday, so I was kind of pissed off.
Oh, I see. So I see. So your birthday, so because like it comes out, but
They know that it's my birthday on Wednesday, so they're already adding that extra year on already.
so if I asked you how old you were today, you would say not what you're going to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you won't actually until midnight. You can keep that thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what are you doing? Are you doing anything special?
Well, my friends, actually, my boyfriend's cooking for me because he's a really good cook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
a
an
cook?
amazing cook. He's
Really? Is that what he does? Is he a professional chef?
No. He's a director
Oh, okay.
and a writer, but he's a really good cook, and he makes lots of gourmet things, sort of weird-sounding things like fruit soup. One night I was having a dinner party, and he's like, I'm going to make this amazing thing, fruit soup. And everyone was just like, ugh, that sounds really disgusting, you know?
Wasn't that called corn liquor? Isn't that what it is? No, where you put mash and things, and then it ferments, and you get drunk? And
No, it's
what
very
is it?
complicated. You boil like wine. Actually, there is wine in it, but you boiled it, so it uses it.
I mean, what fruits are in it?
So fruits are like apples and oranges, and you marinate it, and then it's amazing. But it sounds
It's
really
good.
bad, yeah.
That sounds like compost.
Then I was calling him fruit soup for a while.
Fruit, I never even heard of fruit soup.
Fruit soup, yeah.
So he didn't invent this.
No, he didn't. It's some kind of gourmet.
I mean, is that what you like? I mean, would you prefer just like a regular old burger, but because he's a chef, you have to get these fancy quail snarrof or whatever these things are called?
Well, at first I was like, ooh, fruit soup gross. But then when I ate it, I was like, yay, fruit soup good.
Oh, so, ooh, fruit soup gross. Fruit soup, yay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. That's very good. Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading in this, Marie Claire, my Bible. I was reading in this that...
It's beauty tips. You
it's
read
beautiful.
about it.
Well,
It's good.
I hope it's obvious
Yes, it is.
that you went to India.
I did, yeah.
And this was like a dream of yours.
It was. Actually, the movie that I did, there's a little bit of the movie takes place in India, and I really wanted to go for the past 10 years. So I did this magazine, Marie Claire, and they do a Marie Claire challenge where they send you somewhere, kind of an adventure. So I said I wanted to go to India.
Okay, so how was it cool?
It was really, really fun. I mean, I had in my mind this idea that I'd have this big spiritual epiphany when I went there, and my life would make sense, and I would have no more problems. And of course, that didn't happen, And it was very hard. Like, it's just very much harder than...
But did it happen a little bit? I mean, when you went to, like...
Yeah, we traveled a lot, and, to travel in India is so much harder than America. Like, you're riding down these bumpy roads, and, you drive straight at the oncoming traffic and veer out of the way at the last minute, and cows are wandering
Hang on,
through the street.
wait, back up a minute. Because see, here, that would be called chicken.
Yeah. It seems like that. It seems like everyone's playing chicken.
Because it's a one-lane road, or they're just...
I don't know why. It was just like our driver. He was a good driver, but you just drive straight at the oncoming car, and at the last minute, you just veer out of the way.
Oh,
and you're walking down the street, and the cars are driving right next to you, and then cows are wandering through the streets, and goats and animals.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it was very hard, and then we were all sort of a little bit miserable, and we got to the desert, and the whole trip was to get out to the desert.
Right.
And so we're just like, oh, we had traveled so far, and we got there, we thought it was very anticlimactic, but then the sun started going down, and all these camels come out of the distance, and you see all the outlines of the camels, and it was kind of like Arabian Nights, and all these Indian families brought... everyone came out to watch the sun go down. It was so beautiful, and these women were singing this traditional music, and they came and danced with us.
See, so it's a little epiphany.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Now, you do the whole yoga thing, too?
I do.
Yeah. Because you do some yoga moves in this thing. Can you do any of those yoga moves?
I could.
Yeah. Oh,
but,
you want to try?
Yeah, I just don't want to,
You want me to move that table?
Yeah, here, wait, I could try. Sure. But I don't want to flash, hopefully, anyone. But, okay. This is just this pose I did in this magazine.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. Wow. That was very good.
Yeah.
Wow. You earned yourself a bowl of fruit soup, young lady. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, in here it talks about this, I read this tantric, does that say tantric yoga?
Yeah, or this tantric sex.
Tantric sex. This is the thing that Sting would have sex for like 4 days at a time with?
Yeah.
Is that what it's supposed to?
Well, yeah, it's funny because the movie, in the movie, it's about this guy who pretends to be a guru, but he's really not, and I give him this advice, kind of like sex advice, sort of like talking about almost a tantric sex kind of thing.
And does it really make you go for a longer period of time? Have you tried this out?
Yeah, it does. It's pretty, like, I've read books on it. I wouldn't say I was an
So
expert.
how long do you go?
Well, I mean, you know, Sting claims he can go for like 10 hours, right?
Well, I got stuff to do. Most guys go 10 hours. The game's at 4. It's 10 to 4 now. We got plenty of time. You see that? 10 hours.
It doesn't sound very good, Jay.
No, it sounds fascinating. Now, in the movie, it's a comedy, and it's a light comedy. Now, you play a porn star, but it's not in any way a porn movie. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
a
like a
romantic
PG.
comedy. Yeah, it's very light.
Yeah, it's not
sort of,
really.
You know,
It's like silly.
it's
funny
sweet. It kind of makes you feel good. It's a feel-good.
Yeah. Well, porn movies always make me feel good. You know, I think most guys can agree. That that feel good. It's like a good. But it's not really a porn. You play like a sweet girl who's a porn.
It's incredible. It's not really. You don't see any porn movies, but there's one scene. It's called Gladiator, but it's really glad he ate her. But you don't see any. There's nothing like very risque. It's just funny. It's light. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that went right by me when I saw the movie. I realized, oh, now I get. Now, did you research this role? Did you have to force yourself to?
Well, I already had done some research from doing Boogie Nights, but I guess I had read all these books on Tantra because it's more like I'm teaching him. He becomes a guru of sexual healing, so I'm teaching him these tantric things.
Right, and he uses your things to become a. Yeah, well, it's sweet. So, is he Indian? The actor?
His dad is Indian, but he's actually English. So when people see the movie and they hear him talk, they're really shocked because he sounds like this real street, like what's up, you know, like very like English guy. But in the movie, he's Indian.
Well, that's the second biggest movie studio in the world, I think, outside of Hollywood.
No, and the funny thing is that they called him because the movie opened in India and it did really, really well in India.
Yeah.
So they call him. They're like, Jimmy Mistry is a big star here. So do you want to be in a Bollywood film? So they offer him a Bollywood movie.
Now, Bollywood, it's because they call it that. It's a takeoff in Hollywood. But those they make like thousands of movies a year.
They do. It's huge. It's a huge.
And they're all
industry.
kind of the same, aren't they? They're all, a guy rescues a girl and there's a sword fight, and then they kiss and the movie's over. It's like one of those deals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to do that? Go there and make a movie?
I know. Well, in the movie we do like there's a few little. It's not a musical, but there's a few little Bollywood-ish numbers, so you could sort of see what a Bollywood number is like.
Okay, well, that kind of sets up the clip here. This is a...
He's having a fantasy sequence, American culture, but he's having a fantasy sequence where everyone's dressed Indian, but they're singing Greece.
Right. Yeah, let's take a look. Here we go. Cute. You did a great job. Did you catch the Super Bowl by any chance?
Well, I went to a yoga class, and I was really, like, all zenned out. And then we go to this bar, and everyone's watching it, and we're just like, and everyone's like, shut up! Oh, my! Everyone's, like, screaming so loud. And so we got into it.
Oh, cool.
But we were just saying you could scream anything right now to be okay. Like, you jerk! Like, we were just practicing screaming out obnoxious things because no one was paying any attention. Everyone was screaming at the top of their lungs.
Well, that's the essence of yoga. You see it right there. Well, Heather, congratulations. It's the Guru, and we'll bring out our Super Bowl champs right after this. Brad Johnson and Keyshawn Johnson. Thank you, Heather.